are fighting for. All of the broken people, all of the people thrown overboard. They always try to shame us, but they don't speak the language. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Hi guys! Welcome everyone on this wonderful Monday evening here at Penrith Panthers at the Evan Theatre. Welcome once again to World Series Wrestling Legacy! What a show we have for you tonight with some of the best wrestlers from around the world against some of our very own homegrown world-class talent. Tonight you're going to see the likes of the Bollywood Boyz, the Maharaja Dhesi, Danhausen, and Matt Cardona. As we get started, I'd like to welcome everyone watching live on Triller TV. Now, before we get the first match underway, allow me to introduce to you the brand new Internet Champion and the World Series Wrestling World Champion, the Wanted Man, Nic Nemeth!
Sidney, how the hell are we doing tonight? I know I feel pretty good, not just because I'm here, not just because I am your World Series Wrestling World Champion, but I am now the brand new Internet Champion. Now I know tonight I go one-on-one with Matt Cardona one more time, and I am going to defend this WSW title because, not just because I love wrestling, not just because I love being here in Australia, not just because I love to steal the show and all your girlfriends on the way out. Well, some of you. But I'm here to do what I do best. I am gonna put on a clinic. I am gonna win and retain and stay your WSW champion because always win! Won't take it back from me. Look good and bad, 'cause you won't. I'm still here.
Show me some respect. You want Chelsea, huh? You want Chelsea, huh? Well, I'm the one who gets to fuck her every single night. And speaking of screw jobs, last night was the Adelaide screw job. Last night, not only was I screwed out of the World Series wrestling title, I was screwed out of my internet title. So tonight, I know we already have a match for that World Series wrestling title, but if you have any balls, you'll put my internet title on the line too.
I don't know what that means, but it's bad, right? I am a fighting champion, and I don't know. I don't think you deserve a rematch for this title. But we are in Sidney, right? I guess possibly under one scenario would I put both of these titles on the line. In a Sidney street fight! And you know what? Why wait? Let's do it right fucking now! I guess I'm just gonna have to kick his ass in the main event tonight. I'll see you all right back here for the main event where I reign and defend as your WSW champion and the internet champion, baby.
The Legacy Tour here in Sydney. The main event that we knew was set to occur, Matt Cardona versus Nic Nemeth, will not only be for the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, it will not only also be for the Internet Championship, it will be a good old-fashioned Sydney street fight, Ben.
Now, after last night, of course, we saw Nic Nemeth walk away with that Internet Championship. I'm still reeling from the outcry. But enough about that. We'll get to it later on this evening. Let's get the evening started off.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Central Coast, New South Wales, weighing in tonight at 105 kilograms, the Exception, Braxton!
We would like to welcome you all here live watching on Triller TV. My name is Sean Thomas. I'm here alongside my broadcast colleague Ben Rosenthal. This is the way that we are starting off the night now with our local hero, the Exception, Ben Braxton, taking up onto an international challenge here tonight.
Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, he is Sidney
Sidney Akeem is so far undefeated on this 4-day tour, 20th anniversary of World Series Wrestling. He has flipped his way not only to the pinfalls, but into the hearts of every Australian person watching us live on Triller TV.
That's it. Sidney Akeem has been absolutely downright impressive on the Legacy Tour. We hope and pray that he will be gracing his presence here on World Series Wrestling later down the line. But for now, he's looking to close out the tour 4-0. But in order to do that, he has to head up against the Exception, a man that is a combination of both agility and raw power. The stature of Ben Braxton here tonight.
Looking at Braxton, I think if you excuse the cliche, look up the word unit in the dictionary. It's got the actual meaning of what unit is, but then next to that is a picture of Ben Braxton.
Unfortunately as well, what Ben Braxton is coming up against is, would he usually be the local hero? Absolutely. He's in Sydney going up against a man named Sidney.
Too many Sydneys.
Sidney Air Akeem has gone through a plethora of different styles in his opponents, from Danhausen, Shigehiro, Irie, now Ben Braxton, really just looking to find out the way that he can employ his special brand of offense to any kind of wrestler he finds himself across the ring from.
And each and every time, each of his opponents have had some different type of style when it comes to their wrestling. And Ben Braxton is something I don't think he's faced. Ben Braxton's known, as you pointed out earlier, for his power. I mean, look at him. But also for his agility. You've got a combination of the two. That's not a dichotomy we see too often.
There is youth and aggression on the side of the Exception. Only been wrestling since 2019, 6 years. Very young in the business, all things considered. Current Newey Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, held the title since December of 2013. Over 10 defenses, still going strong. Now a bit of chain wrestling to start things off. What we have found is, as this match goes on, this is the problem. Nobody has been able to find out exactly what the key to victory is against Akeem, because eventually he overwhelms. Hold on.
You were saying, Sean? Because I think someone may have someone's number.
Ben Braxton stopped the entire weight of Akeem in his tracks.
Like recognizes like. Whether they've studied the tapes of each other or just have a similar moveset. This is shaping up to be a very 50-50 contest, Sean.
Braxton really should, for a man his size, he should not be able to move as nimbly as he does. Whoa, good grief! Double shots to the chest from Akeem, and there you see the glitching backflip. That has been the answer to victory a multitude of times for Sidney Akeem.
Now Akeem's slowing it down a bit, which is, unlike throughout the 4 matches, what I'm trying to say, that we have seen Akeem in this tour. He's always been up-tempo. He's always been quick on his feet. This match, we're seeing a very different side. He's slowing things down. He's being a lot more methodological in his, attacks as he shakes his hand after that vicious slap.
That's it, looking to vary up the approach, and really, that may be what you have to do against it. We're going to be silent for a moment. Oh! Honestly, the hubris got the better of Braxton there. You see, almost willing on the chop. Akeem having his number, going for those educated feet straight to the solar plexus. Oh my God, this is exactly that unlikely agility, followed immediately just by a barrage of strength.
And that's where we can see where the agility and strength combinations coming in as a plus for Braxton after a vicious lean across the chin. And a knee to this other side of the chin.
Braxton now just throwing like a rag doll Akeem all over the ring. The exception building up ahead of steam. That standing shooting star press employed to perfection by the exception.
I find it funny that mostly whenever a big move like that is hit, the person hitting the move, who only gets a 2 count, a little bit frustrated, sometimes a little bit shocked. Braxton was just like, whatever, next, and just jumped right back on his game, and that's something I really admire in a wrestler.
Braxton being able to keep that cool, calm demeanor against an opponent like Sidney Akeem that is absolutely what you have to employ, and you have to wonder. Braxton, of course, has to have been watching this tour thus far, understands that currently Akeem is undefeated on the Legacy Tour. So he's come out full steam ahead, looking to put the man away. And really, for Braxton, if you can put away the undefeated superstar, what does that mean for your future potentially in World Series Wrestling and beyond?
I was just about to say the same thing, Sean. You've got to believe that if you come in and you defeat someone, an international talent of Sidney Akeem's caliber, you're able to pin him to the ground where no one else could this tour. You better believe all of those watching internationally are going to be paying attention.
Sidney Akeem from the ground, from the apron, hoists himself up and still manages to hit a crossbody. From the push-up position, incredible. Now we are up close and personal with the fans here in the Evan Theatre. And notice, Ben, unlike earlier in the tour, there is no separation between audience and wrestlers. You are right there in the thick of the action. As it's scouted, straight there with a kick to the jaw, Sidney Akeem. Braxton is absolutely massive, huge. You can see just towering over Sidney Akeem and just employing a special brand of dominance on the man.
Well, referee Michael counting to 10. Each competitor has till the count of 10 to get back in the ring, otherwise they will be disqualified, and that's not a way to lose a match. It's not a way to win a match, quite frankly, especially if you're out to make an impression.
What in the world? Braxton with a springboard moonsault onto Sidney Akeem. It is hard to fully describe what that can possibly do psychologically to an opponent, to be so huge, have a youth on your side, and be that agile and quick, Ben.
Yeah, I'm jealous. You got me. I am a very jealous person. He's clearly the better Ben.
Akeem has not been able to get a word or a move in edgewise here for the last couple of minutes. Oh my God!
That's not true. I've heard words like ouch, oh God, please stop. A couple of words there for you.
Honestly, for the majority of this context, Braxton has been on top. Braxton has been firmly in control. He has been dominating and dictating this entire affair.
He's almost toying with him now. Not in an arrogant way either, just waiting to see what he's got.
Sidney trying valiantly to mount a bit of offense, bit of a return coming up against the ropes with ease. Braxton going under, over, and a drop kick from the big man.
Effortless. Effortless.
Going straight into the pinfall. Perhaps taking a little bit too much time to showboat there.
I don't know if you saw that. No, I don't think he was showboating. He was pushing Akeem's arm down to keep his shoulder down. The arm was up, and of course, if the arm's up, you've got better trajectory to get your shoulder up. Braxton pushed it back down to the ground and prevented him from getting any momentum to get those shoulders up. Unfortunately, it didn't prove to be fruitful on this occasion.
Speaking of momentum here, Akeem trying to regain control. But again, Braxton has an answer for everything that Sidney Akeem has shown thus far. Vicious, vicious kick. Straight into the spine of Sidney. And there you see, once again, really doubling down, putting on the beat down. And you know, you take out the back of Sidney Akeem, you take out 90% of his offense.
Well, you can't really do flips without a spine, can you?
No, Sidney Akeem is not one to give up without a fight until his last breath. Really, he just has to weather this storm.
Well, see, I don't know. The blocks that we just saw there, Akeem perform, it looks like he's learned. Looks like he's finally got Braxton figured out. And as such, we're starting to see a bit more of an offensive from the agile one.
For Sidney Akeem, he understands that one shot from Ben Braxton is enough to really just hold the momentum immediately. Any block, any way to just stay out of the way of one punch, one kick will do it. Now, you have to follow through. You have to stay on the attack. You can't allow the big man to get any head of steam.
Speaking of getting heads, that head just got a foot right to it. Braxton could be out.
Now my problem here is I think Braxton is a fair way across the ring here.
Surely not.
Now lying in wait as he comes to his feet. Waiting for Braxton to stand up in a beautiful crossbody center of the ring. Bit too close for comfort, perhaps, for Braxton. And now the tables, at least for the moment, have somewhat turned. Sidney Akeem has allowed himself at least a sliver of an opportunity to gain his breath back.
Braxton there grasping at his side, almost painfully inhaling, trying to get his breath back out after it's obviously been driven out of him.
Now I've noticed that Akeem has really tried to attack the cardio of Ben Braxton. Several crossbodies, really trying to just knock the wind out of him. Take the breath out of his sails! That twisting brain buster! Ben Braxton is known for devastating maneuver coming forward. Oh my God! 2 3/4, Sidney Akeem managing to get the shoulder up at the last second. At this point, running on fumes, the man is rocked.
And you look at Braxton's face after that pin. I mentioned earlier, he sort of shrugged off an earlier kick out. Not so much now.
Coming forward, Akeem having a scattered, a backflip, wait a minute! Almost looking like he was set to flip the script. Oh, good grief. Super kick after super kick.
Akeem cutting him off. Now Braxton cutting Akeem off.
Both men jockeying for position here, trying to find any sort of advantage.
Oh!
Out of nowhere! Both men down, both men spent. The 10 count has begun. Sidney Akeem was able to do exactly that. Weather the storm, and as this match has progressed further and further, he's been able to chop the big man down to size, at least enough to have a fighting chance.
We need both these competitors to get to their feet by the 10 count, otherwise we've got a disqualification.
Oh,
there we go!
Well, here we go! Back at it, right back at it! Slobber knocker of an affair as the big, massive elbow strikes of Ben Braxton. But there's an answer with a multitude of strikes from Akeem. Oh, good Lord!
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was it.
Was the variation of the pump handle slam there by Akeem.
Pump handle sidewalk slam.
First, and that is the move that he's not employed on this tour thus far. Pulling out all the stops. Up and over. Ben Braxton, oh my God! Yeah, that was clay more or less. Coming forward here, and now the big man is set to finish things off. Akeem is in trouble. Akeem has a counter. Here we are. Once again, flipping the script. Akeem caught him. Akeem caught him.
So effective, that move. And what's more, the flipping and the flipping is so distracting. You don't know when the cut is coming. Is it on the first? Is it on the third? Is it on the eighth? You never know. And it has been used to great effect throughout this whole tour. Sidney Akeem is 4-0 for the World Series Wrestling Legacy Tour.
If there's one thing that we have found out on this tour so far, that Sidney Akeem has perfected the formula. He has figured out a way to remain undefeated, to bamboozle his opponents, and through hell or high water, he has come away with a victory each and every time. Sidney Akeem is one to watch here going forward.
One thing I noticed this match, specifically this match, which we haven't seen from Akeem, he had to stray from his battle strategy. And that's where we saw Braxton on top for most of the start.
Look here, Braxton coming out with a whirlwind of confidence. Had an answer for seemingly everything that Akeem had at his disposal, including his own style. The man employing both size and speed and strength.
But then as we saw throughout the match, Akeem seemed to learn his style. He flipped the script once again, got the 3, and remained undefeated.
And that is the way that Sidney Akeem is looking to end the Legacy Tour. But that is not the end for us here, as we are set for tag team action here tonight in Sydney.
This match, of course, spilling out of the Fatal 4-Way No DQ Women's Champion match from last night in Adelaide, where the then champion Lena Kross, who'd held the title for 24 hours.
Way to the ring, the team of Jessica Troy and Lena Kross, the Rebellion!
Holding the title for only 24 hours before Ash, by Elegance, got it back.
And I have to say, I doubted it at first, but the Rebellion, even in a fatal 4-way affair, even for then Lena Kross's title, were able to stay strong, were able to work as an effective unit from start to finish.
That's right, you owe me a sausage roll.
After tonight, my friend. But for now, there is no pretenses needed. The Rebellion are going to continue to be strong and are looking to finish off the tour to take down, well, the team of Santana, Garrett, and the current women's champion, Ash by Elegance, here tonight.
But will it be a fair fought competition, or is this
And their
revenge?
opponents.
Of course, we know now Santana Garrett and Ash by Elegance, who have had a healthy respect for one another and have been on each other's side throughout this Legacy Tour. Now we await the champion herself having an absolutely death-defying performance the other night.
Introducing the team of Santana Garrett and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance.
Of course, last night we were worried about Ash by Elegance after she finished that brutal match, bleeding from the mouth. We thought maybe she'd lost a tooth or worse, but it appears she's at 100% tonight. But wrestling 4 nights in a row, wrestling in a death match the night before, is any wrestler really at 100%?
Exactly right, and at least the saving grace for Ash by Elegance is that the title is not on the line tonight. This is tag team rules. This is simply a straight up grudge match. Looking for revenge, looking to end the tour with your hands held high.
And the Rebellion wasting no time jumping their opponents to get this competition underway.
Double Luthez presses. Santana Garrett, Ash by Elegance, mounting the Rebellion as they scatter to the outside, looking to get at least a degree of separation. There, the championship belt is held high. This match, I don't believe, has started technically yet.
I think Ash was just reminding everyone what it's actually all about. This match may not be for the title, but that's what it's all about. That's what everyone wants. That's what everyone is after.
And I don't know if Jessica Troy was going to start the match, but Ash has thrown her in the ring, and now we have our 2 legal competitors to start proceedings. Current women's champion Ash by Elegance and Jessica Troy asking to be placed down gently. she actually might do it here. A degree of weight. Oh no! Nose, mouth, straight to the floor.
Santana Garrett trying to get in to help. Lena Kross meeting her halfway.
Former women's champion Lena Kross in the ring. Both.
It's important to keep your back flexible. Remember that.
What is that? Well, here's how we finish things off in the Legacy Tour. Here in the Evans Theatre, double horse riding. No! Posterior slaps for both members of the Rebellion. Jessica Troy taking a wild amount of damage here
No
in the
buts
opening minutes
about
of the
it.
contest.
No buts about it. Jessica Troy is in danger. Santana Garrett with a 3. Quick kick out at 2.
Go. Garrett, Troy, now in the ring here, multiple arm drags, just wearing down Jessica Troy. The Grenoble grappler in a predicament here, kicking out once again. Both champion and former champion waiting on the outside here. Very interesting. We can be disqualified here in this contest. There will be no stop signs, no ladders, no tables.
No, that will be coming in the main event, where we see Matt Cardona going up against Nic Nemeth for not only the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, but the Internet Championship as well in a Sydney street fight.
That's right. Though the World Series Wrestling Women's title is not on the line, the Australian title, the tag team titles, and the World Heavyweight title, as well as the Internet Championship, are all on the line here tonight in Sydney.
And now we see the well-oiled unit that is the Rebellion working together.
This is the thing.
Nothing beats a tag team. You can throw two people together, but they're not going to work together as well as a couple who have traveled the road together, who have worked through blood, sweat and tears together. An actual tag team like the Rebellion is still something to be taken care of.
This is the thing to keep in mind. As much as there is a healthy respect, healthy competition between Ash and Santana Garrett, you're exactly right. They can wear matching gear, but they are not a well-oiled machine. They're not a well-established tag team. The Rebellion is. Lena Kross and Jessica Troy, make no mistake about it, are devastatingly dangerous in tag team action. If you're not familiar in a tag team environment,
Just smart ring presence there by Lena Kross.
it is about understanding not only where your partner is, but where your opponents are at all times. Really being able to cut off your opponent from making the tag. At this point, you'll see the Rebellion look to isolate Santana Garrett from making a tag. And as you can see right there, putting her body in between Santana Garrett and her corner.
Well, it just makes smart sense. Yeah, sure. You're going to go for the weakest link. And at the moment, Santana Garrett is the weakest link. She's been in there the longest. She's taken the most offense. That's who you want to wear down. You don't want the fresh person to come in and make your life worse. Now, if they were smart, Lena Kross would tag in Jess here.
That's it, quick tags. There we go, just taking a moment to add insult to injury. And then it's those quick tags that's going to keep each member of the Rebellion strong as the big boots to the mix section and the long legs of Lena Kross. Santana Garrett is taking an absolute beating here. And the longer this goes on, the more and more desperate she is going to become.
I was going to say it's better odds for Lena and Jess, the Rebellion. They know what they're doing.
Troy coming across against the ropes. Big elbow smash. Santana trying to mount some offense back. Gets Troy, gets Lena Kross. Finally creating some separation here. Santana needs to tag out.
Crawling towards the ring with the last bit of her energy, but stopped by Lena.
Lena Kross, obviously not the legal competitor, but still trying to prevent Santana, who's now reaching forth. The champion makes her way into the ring.
Big clothesline to Jess. Hard right fist to Lena. Another clothesline to Jess. Ash is fired up. She's fresh and she's ready to make a point.
You see the inverted contact between members of the Rebellion here. Now Lena Kross and Troy in opposing corners. Ash by Elegance is on fire here. Lena Kross.
Not the first time this tour we've seen inverted contact between the Rebellion. I'm sure it's all a mistake.
Looking for the 10 punches from Ash by Elegance, current WSW Women's Champion, with a bit of insult to injury.
Is that what you call it?
Sure. Oh my God! Full weight, Ash by Elegance.
Jess with a save. Now Garrett in to counter that save with a devastating headbutt. And a couple of her own right hands.
Wind must be knocked out of Lena Kross. And now, team of Ash and Santana Garrett whipping both members and now eating double clotheslines.
What was I saying before about a well-oiled team? Never mind.
Both teams trying to rally for control here. Garnering the energy of the Evan Theatre here in Sydney. Springboard, double springboard by Ash. I have to say, for a team that has not been together very often, it seems like they have done their homework. Ash and Santana gelling surprisingly well in comparison to the Rebellion. It's whether they can continue that. The problem is, can you maintain control? Can you maintain cohesion when you are being beaten down? The longer this match goes on, can your mind stay fresh?
I think the more pressing question would be, what makes you think Santana isn't thinking about that World Series Wrestling Championship? What makes you think Santana's not thinking, hang on, this might be an opportunity to get in good books and get myself a title shot down the line?
It is the problem with being the champions. We know that you have a target on your back from everyone else in the locker room. That has to be at the front of Ash's mind here. And she comes up for a dirty front suplex and an even dirtier kick to the face for a 2 count. You talk about somebody that must have the WSW Women's Championship on the brain. Look no further than Lena Kross.
She lost it less than 24 hours ago. Give her time to grieve, Sean. Jeez.
You're going to see her channel that aggression. Like a modified magic killer. Center of the ring. Turi and Santana breaking up the pinfall.
And Jess chose to turf her, but got turfed herself. Oh. Big kick by Lena. Knocks out Garrett. Looks like we're down to Ash and Lena.
Where Lena has that built-in advantage, the reach that Lena has, that is able to just boot someone seemingly from halfway across the ring. However, it might be for nothing here as Ash by Elegance gets set for some rarefied air! Catches it! Ash might have it! The champion! Wow! The champion!
Here are your winners, the team of Santana Garrett and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance!
Ash putting a full stop on this tour here. The champion with a decisive victory over Lena Kross and the Rebellion.
You can see why she is your World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. With a performance like that, look down, look beaten, was able to come back against the odds and claim the victory once again right here in Sydney on the last night of the Legacy Tour. Celebrating, of course, the 20th anniversary of World Series Wrestling.
And this will be the second tour where Ash by Elegance will leave as the Women's Champion. Bringing a lucky fan into the ring here. That's what it's all about. But let's look at the story that was. We see both teams employing double team maneuvers.
Yeah, that was quite the maneuver.
The Rebellion really struggling to isolate their opponents, and we found that Santana and Ash by Elegance are actually working as a pretty well-oiled machine in their own right, until finally Jessica Troy was ousted from the ring, and the champion was able to isolate Lena Kross enough to garner the pinfall.
Just shows what a dominant wrestler Ash by Elegance is. Speaking of dominant wrestlers, Sean.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 110 kilos, representing Bullet Club's Rogue Army, Jack J. Bonza!
If you have not seen a Jack Bonza match, do not let the calm, methodical, slow demeanor fool you. This man is an absolute beast, and there is carnage that is about to ensue here tonight in Sydney.
Little known fact, Jack Bonza is the head
And
of
his opponent,
the bald-headed, red-bearded wrestler authority, of which I am also a member.
Excellent.
Sean. We saw him the first night defending the Australian Championship, only to lose it on night 2 to Matt Riddle.
from Osaka, Japan, weighing in tonight at 115 kilograms, Shigehiro Irie.
Shigehiro Irie began this tour with a decisive victory, a well-fought victory over Caveman Oak. Lost the Australian Championship to Matt Riddle, and unfortunately night 3 last night, lost once again, unable to find an answer to Sidney and Akeem. Here is a time where he can right the wrong against another smash-mouth Australian wrestler in Jack Bonza.
And look at we saw just before there in the wide shot, the absolute still face concentration on Bonza.
We talked about the way that styles can be opposite and still mesh together quite well. It is hard to explain how similar these two men are in their approaches to wrestling. Already a bit of trash talk to start proceedings here before the match has even begun.
That's not like Bonza.
Shigehiro simply not allowing himself to be goaded into a war of words. He is here to fight. He is here to smash. And of course Bonza is as well.
Oh, it goes without saying with Bonza. I mean, look at him. You see Bonza walking down the street, you go, yeah, that's a wrestler. Yeah, that's a guy who could decimate anything.
These two similar heights, fairly similar build, similar speed and strength and explosiveness.
Shigehiro looking a little unsure of himself, and quite rightly so.
Here we go, heading up against the ropes again. Boom! Bonza screaming!
Look at the
Shigehiro.
grin! Look at the grin on Bonza! He's
Look at the
enjoying
expression on
this!
Shigehiro! Flabbergasted! Here we go. Think it's Bonza's turn. Shigehiro bracing himself, good lord. Oh no!
Well, a match is a match is a match, and a match leads to a win, and you need the wins to make an impression. And you got to do it in any way you can.
Unfortunately, the fun and games are over, and now we get down to proceedings. Business as usual. And notice, the one potential negative to the aggressive style that both men employ is that they're able to successfully goad one another into a trap. Really use their momentum against them.
All comes down to the psychology there, Sean. Part of wrestling, yes, is big meaty men slapping meat, but another part is getting into your opponent's mind and playing with their mind and tricking them and getting the offense in when they least expect it.
Shigehiro ousting, and we've seen this STO from the apron before, but Jack Bonza, of course, has seen it, had it scouted.
And hangs up Shigehiro on the top rope.
This is the benefit, potentially, that Bonza has. He has had 3 nights to scout the current Shigehiro Irie.
He's had 3 nights off. Shigehiro's wrestled 4. 2 of them championship matches.
Oh, good grief. Now, I guess we're heading up into the stands here in Sydney. Bonza stalking Shigehiro through the crowd.
I think Shigehiro's just walking to the airport. He's had enough.
Oh, wouldn't you? Grabbing the former Australian champion, we are making our way. And this isn't a no DQ match, but the ref is just gonna, good Lord, we just have to let it go. I cannot imagine what it feels like to eat the hands of Bonza the way that Shigehiro has. His chest is already lit up. Oh my goodness. Potentially regretting the headbutt immediately. Shigehiro Irie.
To throw one back at you.
Wouldn't you? Yeah, what was that? A mystery object launched like a it was a hat.
It's a hat trick. Now,
oh
Bonza,
my God, raking the eyes.
again, Bonza's out to him, make an impression. You make an impression by winning matches.
And I think heading out into the stands, like we're seeing, is where this match does in fact favor Bonza.
Absolutely. The man's a brawler.
Shigehiro is aggressive. He is a man who, as we've said earlier, has spent in excess of 50 matches this year alone in the wrestling ring. But that's where he needs to stay, inside the ring, where he has a chance. Well-placed shot to the solar plexus by Shigehiro again. Once again, beaten down. Both men just slamming their weight down on each other.
Bonza's really trying for that scoop slam, but Shigehiro's blocking. Bonza's realised, and his neck breaker.
Oh no, oh no, listen up.
Oh! I think Shigehiro's asking for help, but still not giving up. Kicking out with authority.
If Shigehiro has any sort of jet lag, these chops are waking him right up. Jack Bonza, aggressive, ferocious, and each time Shigehiro gets a few jabs in, it is cut off straight away by Bonza. Is he going to powerbomb Shigehiro? Surely not.
Not if Shigehiro has anything to say about it. Reversal, backdropping Bonza right on the canvas. Shigehiro now lining up.
Potentially looking for the beast bomber there. Caught in a sleeper. There you go. There's a tactic. Simply wear the man down and have him just knock him out. Oh my God! Straight back into it.
Shigehiro's fading here.
Shigehiro's in trouble. His back is to the ropes. Trying to find out that scoop slam we tried to see earlier.
And a cover. Of course, the referee has the discretion here. She has to make the call as to whether Shigehiro can continue.
Now, there is 18 years of experience for Jack Bonza, first starting in 2007. Man has essentially a lifetime of wrestling experience behind him, and there's no signs of stopping.
Well, not when he's just dismantling an international sensation like Shigehiro here. I have not seen him manhandled, not only this tour, but any tour with World Series Wrestling that Shigehiro's been on. No one has been able to put a stop to him quite emphatically as Jack J. Bonza.
it. Now, Shigehiro attempting to breathe life back into himself, however, manages to reach out, grab the hold, forcing the break. Oh, no! Almost punished for breaking the hold. Jack Bonza almost launched backwards into the audience. There you go, that's what you need to do. Simply, you can't, oh my God, careful! Well, there we go, we've swapped. The member of the crowd can head into the match now.
Someone handing him a beer, but Shigehiro, not a fan. Not a fan. Can't say I blame him.
Here we talk about Ben Braxton, who is the current Newey Pro Heavyweight Champion. Jack Bonza is a 3-time Newey Champion. He is a former PWA Heavyweight Champion. The man has a humongous pedigree here in the country. Watch out!
Also has humongous pecs.
Is it enough? No! Launch! Shigehiro launched halfway across the ring. Again, the massive pecs.
I think he's just realized that he may have annoyed Jack Bonza, and that's not where you want to be.
Now trying to stay on the attack here. Shigehiro. Worth mentioning as well, there's only a couple of years difference in experience between the two of these. Fireman's carry, flipping him straight over. There's 16 years of experience for Shigehiro Irie. Both these men now colliding.
Bonza is fired up with a bridge.
A perfect German suplex by Bonza. Listen to this crowd on their feet. Jack J. Bonza, Shigehiro Irie. What a match.
The impact of both these men whenever they hit, you wonder how either of them has anything left to give, but they keep on going.
Former WSW Australian champion, Shigehiro Irie. Trying to make, you can see, making sure his extremities are working, trying to will the feeling back into his arm. Conversely, on the other side, Bonza pulling himself to his feet. He smells blood. Just like, here you go. Here's one for our international audience. It's like running into a Stobie pole. It's just moving. In fact, that might be an SA reference.
I think that's an Adelaide only thing, Sean.
There we go. Great.
You're showing your bias.
Oh. Listen to those shots. Look at those shots.
Oh.
Both men inviting the pain, inviting the violence. Oh no, oh no! Uranagi into the turnbuckle. Shigehiro senses it. Coming forward. Oh!
Devastating cannonball.
Vintage Shigehiro Irie launching himself. Cannonball. And now. Oh, yes! Spear! Spear!
Oh!
Same spear that almost took out Sidney Akeem the other night.
2.999999999 there.
He's calling for it early. Not early. He's calling for it. Beast Bomber. Wow! Bonza, like it or not, smartly.
Smart man. Oh, and devastating man. If he's got it from this.
Bonza dragging our referee into the wake at the last second. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well, Shigehiro's out. Compression of the neck. 1, 2.
No, Bonza isn't done. He's got him in an ankle lock.
Notice that kick out. He floated him over straight into the ankle lock. If you're not going to stay out for the 3 count, I'll make you tap out.
How smart is Bonza?
Oh my God!
Every single time Shigehiro tries to get out, Bonza has a counter and almost gets there before Shigehiro can complete the movement in order to get out of the predicament.
What in the world? Oh my God!
Oh, the taunting of that neck.
The torque just turning Shigehiro into a pretzel. Shigehiro in a dangerous situation. Unfortunately, the damage may already have been done.
What do you
that
mean,
was
been
3
done?
different submissions.
There is no being done about it. Look at Shigehiro's face. He's in trouble. He is hurt.
At this point, Jack Bonza is the shark and he smells blood in the water. We might be seeing a beast bomber. Coming back, there's surprisingly still life and energy left in Shigehiro. Hold on, Ben. Once again, a counter for a counter.
Oh, gets a roll through, gets a roll through. Shoulders are down.
Oh my
He
God.
got it. Shigehiro Irie gets the roll-up pin.
Here's your winner, Shigehiro Irie.
Ben, the scariest part of what we just saw is Jack Bonza essentially absorbed the Beast Bomber. He absorbed it. And in that moment, Shigehiro Irie knew he had to change tactics. He knew the floating, the rollover was the only way he was going to be able to put the man down.
Shigehiro letting Bonza know that he got the win. Bonza not impressed.
That is an impressive victory. Well fought, well earned. Shigehiro on the ropes for a lot of that match. And that will be it for Shigehiro Irie here at the World Series Wrestling Legacy Tour. And let's see how he got there, Ben.
Absolute just bulldozer of a match. These two men just trying to dissect each other with power move after power move. I swear I could have seen someone get garroted in this match.
You saw Shigehiro employing moves that he hadn't utilized so far on the tour, and it seemed like every move he had, Bonza had an answer for, but the one thing Bonza did not have the answer for was the roll-up right here that ensured the victory for Shigehiro Irie. But what a performance from Jack Bonza.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and will be for the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship. Introducing first,
A man who last night competed for the World Series Wrestling Championship, the Maharaja, Dhesi.
Of course, this man was so close to being a coming out here in Sydney with 2 title belts. He could have been the man holding up and parading with the Internet title as well as the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
But his performance was so impressive in that title match. He, of course, earned the right to face the current WSW Australian champion, Matt Riddle.
and his opponent.
Here we go. Of course, we saw Matt Riddle last night in a hellacious, impressive contest against one Dean Brady. And Matt Riddle is still your current WSW Australian champion, at least for now.
I think Matt Riddle's confused. That's not the way to the ring.
Riddle celebrating with the members of the Sydney audience here before the match has even begun. Careful! Flip-flops!
What?
Flip-flops!
Huh?
Flip-flops!
We're in Australia. You call them what they are.
Got to adhere to everyone watching around the world, Ben.
Okay, everyone around the world, in Australia, we call them thongs.
Thongs!
Speaking of Australia, Our championship is on the line.
There you see the WSW Australian Championship at the beginning of his tour. Held by Shigehiro, now by Matt Riddle.
Introducing first, the challenger. Weighing in tonight at 255 pounds, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Maharaja, Raj Dhesi! And the champion, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in tonight at 81 kilograms, he is the World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Matt Riddle!
This is their first time meeting for these two competitors. Matt Riddle and Raj Dhesi has only ever been in the same ring under Battle Royale conditions. Otherwise, no tag matches, no singles matches, no triple threats, fatal four-ways, what have you. This is the first time they will be meeting and putting their hands on one another.
Both men trying to work out who the audience is actually cheering for. I think they're getting confused. I think they're calling him a Jinder, but Jack Bonza was in the previous match. Sidney, not the brightest audience.
BMB chant from the audience here in Sydney's. Audiences remember, and so does Raj Dhesi! Abso-goddamn-lutely! Yes! Yes!
Riddle's giving him the stage.
This is what the Legacy Tour is all about. Who says audiences don't remember, Ben?
I didn't realize we were going to a pantomime show.
This is incredible. Raj Dhesi. Raj Dhesi and Matt Riddle visiting the ghosts of Christmas past here tonight. There we are. Remember, there's a wrestling match here tonight. It is for the World Series Wrestling Australian Championship, believe it or not.
It's for the Australian Championship, so they're getting the Australians in on it, making them feel like that this match is theirs.
Raj Dhesi reminding everyone here the power game that he employs so well. Of course, he has to be careful. But as much fun as they're having right now, both these men are incredibly dangerous. We've stated multiple times the MMA background, the UFC background of Matt Riddle.
How many times has Riddle come up against a 6'5", just behemoth like Raj Dhesi?
The last time I think he was tagging with one.
No! Oh, no! Not the Wet Willie! Wet Willie! Not the Wet Willie!
Now heading off against the ropes here. Big shoulder tackle by the Maharaja. Coming up against the ropes and now getting into it, Matt Riddle. Over there, wait a minute!
Almost saw the cutter, and Riddle letting him know he was that close.
That Riddle so close to ending things right there and then. I've never seen two individuals have more fun while simultaneously beating the hell out of each other.
Well, I assume that's fun too.
You are what you eat.
Dhesi having a monumental amount of fun with this Sydney audience here tonight. Here we are, Legacy Tour Night 4. Why not? Honestly, let's do this for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Here we go. Lock up now, taking waist control. Here's the broski, the king of bros here. Coming forward. And I have to say, as agile as the Maharaja is, I do believe the speed advantage very minusculely favors the king of bros here.
Not from where I'm sitting. Riddle's been on the ground more than Dhesi. You've got to believe that Riddle's the one who's slacking a bit at the moment.
See, it's that power game, being able to simply force the Australian champion to the ground, and now the agility and the wrestling acumen of Riddle coming into play. Answer to an answer here, counter for counter. You can see, looking for the Kimura. Riddle has it locked in, but you see the strain. No! Dhesi fighting out, powering through. The counter for the Kimura was a goddamn body slam.
And now Riddle going for that arm that he could have injured previously. Oh, eating some dirt thanks to the Maharaja.
And that is the tactic the Maharaja needs to look at, not allowing himself to get into a dangerous submission position. Now, Maharaja firmly in control.
Oh! Putting some stank on that chop.
It's the one chop and now the 5 count. Getting started, remembering, of course, this is a championship match. Riddle is looking to end the tour here, remaining an Australian champion for World Series. And now we've seen this time and time again, employing it. This time, not floating over, but maintaining the triangle on the Maharaja.
He had the count to 5, but the damage could have been done. Riddle's been targeting that arm of the Maharaja, trying to wear him down, setting him up for the submission victory and to retain the Australian Championship.
Oh! Referees are really being employed to great success here tonight by some of our competitors.
Well, when there's a title on the line, you've got to do everything you can.
Whoa! Up to it, including a huge, impactful superplex. Champion kicks out. Men pointing at each other. Is Riddle laughing from the ground?
Well, when the chips are down, all you can do is laugh sometimes.
Riddle. Wow,
Maharaja
amazing. Riddle's in an amazing amount of agony and still is finding opportunities to have some fun. Potential mind games here by the King of Bros. Oh! Getting his own back, but once again, the Maharaja finding a way to stay on top. Dhesi is so imposing, so huge. Has been an absolute tear the last year. And of course, we will see his good friends former teammates, the Bollywood Boyz, will be in action here tonight against the Parea. We will see that later on tonight. WSW Tag Team titles will be on the line. Riddle is beside himself.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's been knocked
This is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Here we've entered ourselves into a three-way dance here. It's Raj Dhesi versus Matt Riddle versus Sidney. Coming forward, building up ahead of steam, eats a knee.
Correct.
Dhesi, I think, finding opportunities to play the audience here. And now looking to manipulate the champion into a submission victory. Riddle finding his way back up, coming to a standing position. Coming through the pain, has him scattered. Wow, floating over into a German. Just a dead weight German suplex launching Raj Dhesi onto the back of his neck. And now the King of Bros rolling up to his feet. Champion as Raj Dhesi scouted, and there we are. These strikes, they are stiff, they are hard. Good lord. Matt Riddle building up some steam here, coming forward, massive Superman punch.
No, surely not.
Trying to go for that T-bone suplex that we have seen. Hold on, ripcord.
Oh.
And see, there's where the benefit happens. Obviously, if you're not wearing any knee pads, you're slamming that ground worth the wear, but also that is straight bone connecting with Raj Dhesi. There is no padding to soften the blow. Crowd having some advice potentially for how Riddle should end things here tonight. At least for now, he's looking to float over. Riddle potentially having that move scouted here. Raj Dhesi! Good lord! Gutbuster!
Whoa! I did not think Riddle kicked out there.
I guess in the audience a little bit confused on who's here tonight. Raj Dhesi, Matt Riddle, WSW Australian title on the line. And I think the Carlos being willed into existence might be over for the champion.
Not yet, not yet. Riddle fighting out with those elbows.
Hold on. Again, maybe looking for that knee. Wait. Bang! Oh! Raj Dhesi, I'm sure he'd been put to sleep there, but he says no. We are at the point of the match here. Anything goes. You have to dig down deep. Put yourself into your happy place. Employ every last bit of your arsenal.
No, the only arsenal here are the crowd.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, Ben! Raj Dhesi has to capitalize. This could be over. New champion. No!
Oh, foot on the rope. Foot on the rope. That means the pin was broken. Even though Riddle's shoulders couldn't get up, he found enough strength to get his foot on the rope to stop the pin count combination.
Matt Riddle with impeccable ring awareness, understanding his place in the ring. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on! Oh! Moretti supplanting the champion on the mat. And now Dhesi is looking to finish things off here tonight.
Mocking Riddle.
Cutter! No! Cutter! Yes! This could be it! 1, 2, 3!
And Matt Riddle retains the
Your
Australian.
winner and still World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, Matt Riddle!
This here was a match of games. Matt Riddle and Dhesi looking to psych each other out, to do everything to make sure that their opponent put their eyes off of the prize. Matt Riddle utilizing his past to secure his future. Things might not be over though. See here, Matt Riddle and Dhesi ending off the tour with a show of respect, not without some choice words. Of course, we'll take a look back at exactly how... Oh, wait a minute, no! What the hell? Dhesi out of nowhere, hitting a cutter on the champion. Wow!
I don't think this is over, Sean.
Dhesi making his intentions perfectly clear. That is the way that Dhesi is looking to end things here. Having splayed out the champion on the ground, and let's take a look at how this match came to pass. The Maharaja looking to add gold for the end of the tour, and this was an absolutely insane opening. Both men finally getting into the swing of things, and it was absolutely dirty and downright violent from their bend.
Absolutely hard-hitting. What more can you say? These guys had each other scouted so well. Matt Riddle hitting the cutter in order to retain the Australian Wrestling Championship. And then after the match, Dhesi hitting a cutter of his own.
And you see, that is just the first half here tonight. We have now
We're gonna take a
maintained
brief
the fact that Matt Riddle is coming away, finishing the tour with the WSW Australian Championship, and that is only the first half. Still to come, the WSW Tag Team titles on the line, the Parea versus the Bollywood Boyz, and the World Heavyweight Championship will be on later. But let's take a look at the first half of this show, Ben.
Let's relive some of the action here. We started off with local hero Ben Braxton going up against Sidney Akeem in what was supposedly a clash of styles, but I think the two had more in common than they care to admit.
Sidney Akeem coming away 4-0 to end the Legacy Tour undefeated. Of course, from there we head on to an absolutely fantastic grudge match between the team of the Rebellion and the current champion Ash by Elegance teaming up with Santana Garrett. While it was fun and games to begin with, we really got down to the action there as both teams looking to isolate their opponents and find just that one moment to really employ tag team affairs until finally Ash by Elegance managed to gather 3 on the former Women's Championship, Lena Kross.
And as we just saw, moments before the championship match, Jack Bonza going up against Shigehiro, Irie. And my goodness, this was the epitome of big men just beating the crap out of each other, Sean.
That's it. We knew it was going to be hellacious. We knew it was going to be hard-hitting, but we didn't understand just how bad it was going to get. Shigehiro having to employ a victory roll there towards the end for a 3 count to ensure. And of course, that brought us to the Australian Championship.
And as we just saw, a A different kind of match with both competitors having fun with the crowd, having fun with each other before they got down to the thumbtacks. Not actual thumbtacks, but the tacks that make you stick your plan to the wall so your family can come home and admire it. And I admired Matt Riddle in this match. He had Raj well scouted.
And of course, we saw here Matt Riddle, while coming away with a victory, this was not how Raj Dhesi was set to end things, getting his own back there with a little bit of insult to injury to finish off his time here at the tour.
But we're going to go on a short break now. So be sure to come back here very, very soon as we go into the second half of the Legacy Tour here at World Series Wrestling in Sydney.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, plow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke, he's so mad, but he won't give up. That is he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's close. His mouth in the music, the moment you hold it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, not miss a chance to blow. His opportunity burns. What's the his mouth in the music, the moment you hold it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, miss a chance to blow. His opportunity burns. What's the lifetime?
To everyone here tonight, we want to welcome you back to the Legacy Tour. We are here for night 4 here at World Series Wrestling. Of course, I'm Sean Thomas alongside Ben Rosenthal. Ben, it is time for the Tag Team Championships to be on the line.
Once again, the Parea stand at the top of that mountain. The WSW Tag Team Champions firmly glassed around their waist after winning it back from the Bollywood Boyz in last night's hellacious Tornado Tag Team Championship match.
Yes, throughout this tour, the Parea came into the Legacy Tour, the champions, and they were upended by the debut of the Bollywood Boyz. But since then, they found another opportunity. The old guard, the Parea, the Bollywood Boyz in a triple threat 3-team affair where the Parea came back and secured themselves as multi-time WSW Tag Team Champions. But now the Bollywood Boyz have said, well, night 4, why not run it back?
Will we see the Parea? Well, no, sorry, the Parea looks like they have something to say.
We're going to hear the Parea.
Sydney crowd literally speaking their language.
I don't know why we have to come here. The Parea have moved our lives to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. And we can smell the stench of Sydney all the way from fucking Tampa.
Sidney letting the Parea know exactly how they feel here tonight.
Yeah, now it's your turn to shut the fuck up. Do you realise that there were some rats, the Bollywood Malakas, they thought they could challenge and take the Parea's championships? The Parea are the greatest tag team of all time. Kross says what?
And after tonight in the main event, once Matt Cardona wins the World Championship, us three are going to hold the championships forever, you ugly rats!
Well, it looks like the Parea are being forced to put up or shut up now as the challengers, the Bollywood Boys, who can now call themselves a one-time WSW Tag Team Champions, are out here looking to reclaim what they lost.
Of course, at the end of the match last night, Sean, we saw, unbelievably, the Bollywood Boys come to the aid of the Parea after they were almost jumped by the old guard after winning those titles.
That's exactly right. There is a burgeoning rivalry between these two teams, but the Bollywood Boys still adhering to an amount of respect that they have for the champions. They understand, well, the challenge they have in front of them, but they're going to take their time here to party, to be with the crowd before we get down to business. The Bollywood Boys know that they have the ability to defeat the Parea. They've done it before. Harv and Gurv Sira, the Bollywood Boys, brothers, versus the Parea brothers in arms. This is how we finish off our tag team legacy here tonight in style. Seemingly a Bhangra party here in the Evan Theatre. Again, as we're here for the second half of the Sydney leg of the Legacy Tour, we want to thank you all for watching us live on Triller TV from the comfort of your own homes. We appreciate you being here. And you see there,
the Parea look exactly how I feel at this moment. We're here to wrestle. We're here to determine which of these two tag teams are truly the best. They've gone backwards and forwards over the past 4 nights. The tag titles have gone from Parea to the Bollywood Boys, back to the Parea. This is it. This is the rubber match. This is where we find out who is the better team.
and this is an interesting tactic by the Bollywood Boys. They are forcing the Parea to have to wait, to see, to watch, to work under their own time here. We are under standard tag team rules here. The WSW Australian Championship, WSW Tag Team Championship, my apologies, is on the line here tonight.
The Bollywood Boys holding up 2 fingers. I'm not sure if that's because they want to be 2-time tag team champions or if we're going to go through this dancing parade again. And the Parea have had enough.
Parea essentially leaving the Evans Theatre.
They can have a dance, the Parea can go home, have an early night off, they walk out with the titles, while the Bollywood Boys can dance. Sean, it just seems weird to me that a crowd in Sydney would pay to come to a wrestling show and then not really want to see any wrestling.
Pay enough, you get a concert, you get a dance party, you get all in one. Crowd firmly behind the Bollywood Boys here. They're calling for it once more.
Parea now making their way down to the ring. perhaps we can actually see some wrestling now.
Now we await the re-entrance of the Parea so we can get these proceedings underway and this tag team match can begin.
The Parea have a dance as well. When's their turn? Surely now. Surely
the following
now.
contest is scheduled for one fall and will be for the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's your favorite boys from Bollywood, the Bollywood Boys!
Bollywood Boys here, firm crowd favorites tonight.
And the champions, weighing in at 1,000 tons of polished marble, they are the kings of the continent, the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Eli Theseus, Gabriel Eros, the Parea!
And while you can hear the crowd jeering and booing for the Parea, let's look at some of the numbers here, Ben. There have been 8 different tag teams that have held the WSW tag team titles. The longest reigning tag teams, you remember the flipping machines, Brian Cage and Flip Gordon, holding the titles. Hold on for a moment. We're underway. Harm and Gerv now firmly under early control against the Parea. We'll get back to those numbers in a moment. But first, we need to gather some sort of order here tonight. As far as I'm aware, this is not tornado tag rules. We're looking for some legal men to begin this match. And now the Parea scurrying to the outside. Bollywood Boys standing tall in the ring. Now we're out.
Has the match even started yet? Have we heard about?
No, there's been no bell. We got multiple referees, and what is going on? Pandemonium, Eli Theseus either trying to go after them or trying to escape. Oh!
And time for a selfie as well.
What? Gabriel Eros and Harv Sira somewhere on the other side of the Evans Theatre. As Gerv, Sira and Eli Theseus are now making their way up the other stairs. Gonna have to have our camera people following the action.
No. So
Referee's following too.
Look into the eyes. I think the referee's just trying to get him back into the ring. Absolute pandemonium for the start here of the last night of the World Series Wrestling Legacy Tour. That was a $6 beer.
This is such a firm contrast to their earlier match here at the beginning, all the way over in Melbourne.
It was all business back then, and now it's just bringing down the house and not in the way that we're used to.
Honestly, we are, at some point, these 4 men will have to make their way back into the ring. But for now, we just have to let it go. I'm worried there might not be anything left of them before they make their way back. Harv and Gerv Sira dragging the Parea back into the ring, taking some photos along the way. And now, as we make our way back into ringside, and that bell has now started. Eli Theseus and Gerv Sira will begin the match. I was talking about earlier, Flipping Machines held the titles for 1,362 days.
Wow.
If I was to ask you what team holds the second longest reign, you are looking at the Parea. Between their 3 reigns, they have held the title for 538 days. They are the only team to hold the title on multiple occasions.
And that is a title reign they do not intend to have finished this evening.
That's it. The Bollywood Boys held the title for 2 days throughout this tour before the Parea.
And look, Sean, I've got to be honest with you. I don't see those titles changing hands today. It may look like all Bollywood Boys at the moment, but look at the Bollywood Boys. They are focused on the crowd. They are focused on providing a good time so the citizens of Sydney enjoy themselves. But guess what? That is taking your eye off the goal. That is not taking your opponent seriously. And as you said, they are the second most celebrated team in World Series Wrestling. You can't sit there and just take your time and take advantage and just assume you'll regain the championships. No, you caught them off guard in night one. The Parea are ready. The Bollywood Boys are distracted. I'm telling you right now, we will see the Parea retain tonight.
There is a very clear reason why the Parea has aligned themselves with the likes of Matt Cardona. Both Cardona and the Parea care about nothing more than championship gold. The Parea live and breathe tag team actions, tag team gold. There is a reason why they are multiple-time champions across the country and why they've now taken their special brand of violence across to the United States. Eli Dhesi is coming with a brutal spinebuster.
There it is, that's the equalizer, Sean. That's what's going to get the Parea on top.
Sira trying desperately to block the hammer blows. Unfortunately, I think Eli has to be careful as well not to be distracted by the audience here. Oh! And now the Parea are going to be instigating violence, using their aggression and their anger and their frustration against their opponents.
Oh! The snap on that.
If you have just tuned in, we are here for the World Series Wrestling Tag Team title match. The current champions, the Parea. Gabriel Eros currently in the ring with Sira of the Bollywood Boys, the champions, and, well, only recently now former tag team champions here as we are jockeying for control. Sira having to battle out of enemy territory from all sides. Going for the tag here! Fingertips away!
Gabriel using his strength and puts him back, but no! Is he biting him? He's biting him!
Oh! Hits a perfect drop kick straight into the teeth.
I've got to say that the angle there wasn't favourable to referee Mark Kent. He didn't see what, let's face it, that was cheating. That was an illegal move. But I guess if the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen.
See, Gabriel Eros, you talk about the Bollywood Boys being distracted by a good time. I think this Sydney audience is getting under the skin, at least slightly, a little bit under the skin of the Parea. Ooh. Hard whip into the corner here. Sira, a look of concern for his brother, now flat back on the inside of the ring there. Really just at the mercy of Eli Dhesi at this point in time. Hoisted up into the turnbuckle. And this is the debut of the Bollywood Boys here. Talk about the story of the Parea.
Here we go, here's a dance. That's what we're here to see. Culture.
Oh, it's going to say, I want to talk about here the story of the Parea and what they've been able to accomplish over their time here on World Series Wrestling. Impressive victories over Warbeard, over the Flipping Machines, over every single tag team that they have come up against here in World Series.
And in the case of last night, taking on two teams at the same time and capturing gold. Do you know how hard that is?
I could never do it myself. This is the thing. My job is right here behind the desk, and I'm happy to stay there. These are two of the best teams you are going to see on Triller TV in a wrestling ring. And it's all for the tag team titles. Gabriel Eros and Sira legal and in the ring, taking the tag.
Elbows and clotheslines, atomic drops, a full bag of tricks by Garrett.
Here we go. Head against hard head for the Parea. Sira firmly in control now with a crossbody. And I talk about the accolades of the Parea to really highlight the Bollywood boys taking control on night one and being able to strip the titles out from the grasp of the Parea, just like that.
Sure, they were an unknown quantity. The Parea had never come up against the Bollywood boys before. They'd never been able to study them live. Of course, on night one, you're going to be at a disadvantage when you're thrown into a tag team match against a team that you've never even encountered, let alone wrestled before. But that's changed now. They've now wrestled them 2 times before. The Parea are scouted them. The Parea are ready for them. And I still maintain, even though we see Gabriel in trouble now, I can still guarantee, or maybe not guarantee, he's going to kick out.
Gabriel setting the shoulder up.
I told you, I predicted it, just like I'm predicting. You will see the Parea walk away with the tag team gold.
These two teams have been circling each other the entire tour. Over in Melbourne, we saw the initial changing of the titles. Night 2 in Brisbane, the 6-man tag match, and then last night we had 3-team affair where the Parea regained the gold as they now firmly regain control.
Look at
Sira's in trouble.
See those tags? They just know where each other are. That's going to be it.
Wait a minute. Sira pushing Gabriel Eros to break up the pin, knowing he couldn't get there in time.
Smart. Very well done.
Both teams spent already. We've been outside the ring, out in the stands. It has been high octane from even before the bell ringing up until now. Sira trying to will the crowd behind, garner their strength, garner their energy.
Both teams up, and the Parea come out firing, and the Bollywood boys repeat. And then the Parea, Bollywood, Parea, Bollywood, Parea, Bollywood, Parea, Bollywood, Parea.
Fists are flying, it is a flurry! Going forward, we saw this earlier, we saw this last night, double sharpshooter! And it is locked in!
Eli frantically trying to find a rope. Gabriel, too close to the ring.
You have to be careful here, center of the ring. A tap out means the titles change hands.
But only if the legal man taps out, Sean. Who's legal at the moment?
If I am right, I can't even remember.
Thankfully, referee Michael Kent's there in order to restore some control.
Gonna say I do believe it is Gabriel Eros for the Parea at the very least. Now, Eli Theseus hanging up, Sira on the outside, and once again, he is left isolated from his brother. 1, 2, double pin!
Double pin, or did the Parea forget who's a legal person as well? Absolute pandemonium here for the World Series Wrestling Tag Team titles.
And of course, this is where our officials know to lend at least a little bit of leeway. This is the championship match. We're on the end of a tour, night 4 on the Legacy Tour, 20 years here at World Series Wrestling. It's going to be a little bit of leniency in terms of what rules get enforced. Uh-oh, we've seen this before. Sira on the outside, saving his brother.
Oh, reverse. Right into that helper, World Series Wrestling staff member. He's not going to be going home happy.
There's collateral damage already here during our tag team fight. Wait a minute! Sira roll! 1, 2, 3! Bollywood boys had it, I believe!
The referee's out there checking on the staff member.
Oh no, what is it? That is the title belt here. Oh no, no! Firmly onto the back of Sira.
And Gabriel playing possum on the outside. Eli with the arm trapped across. 1, 2.
No!
And
Wow!
there you go. The Parea retain. That's the second sausage roll.
Here are your winners, and still World Series Wrestling Tag
the leniency that our referee was willing to give, that was as blatant could be. We talk about how badly the Parea want to maintain their grasp on the tag team titles. That shows you there what they are willing to do to maintain their place on the top of the mountain.
It just shows how smart they are in the ring, Sean. They saw an opportunity, they took it. If something means that much to you, you will protect it in any way you can. And that's exactly what the Parea did. They saw an opportunity to retain, they took it, and I do not blame them for that one little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Parea had to resort to underhanded tactics, and this is how they leave Australia once again. Like it or loathe that they are the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions. I do feel sorry for the Bollywood boys, but they can leave Australia here with their head held high. They are now one-time WSW World Tag Team Champions. More than happy to have them back, test their mettle against the Parea once again, where they will have hopefully learned and will come back stronger than ever. Eli Theseus and Gabriel Eros. Let's look about how they came out and regained their titles here. Retained it, sorry. The Parea coming out strong and ready to go. The Bollywood boys came out a party ensued, and when we finally, well, got things started, it went all around the ring, Ben. We went up into the stands before finally garnering just a little bit of order here.
And I think that's where the Bollywood boys lost their focus. They were so intent on entertaining the fans rather than focusing on their match. They let things like this slip through. Gabriel Eros setting up a distraction in order to create an opportunity for them to retain the tag team titles.
Gabriel Eros coming in clutch with the title belt, ensuring the victory for the Parea. Of course, now from tag team titles to something a little bit different, a little bit more evil. Danhausen time.
Still very nice.
Still very nice.
Very
The
nice.
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from somewhere far away, weighing in at 82 kilograms, he is very nice, very evil, love that Danhausen!
Danhausen has had a very peculiar tour.
Sean, he's got the jar again. Where did he get these teeth? Where?
After last night, I believe he may have added one of his own to the collection.
This tour, we have seen Danhausen feed human teeth to his opponents on no less than 3 occasions.
That's exactly right. Danhausen has been here for every night of the tour, has gone up against the likes of Sidney Akeem, has gone up against the likes of Bobby Bishop, and last night against, he's going to wait for a moment, last night against Matt Hayter in a winning predicament. However, tonight, Danhausen has a brand new opponent. Making his return here at World Series Wrestling, the Rapscallion himself.
Making his way to the ring from someplace in Australia, weighing in tonight at 80 kilograms, he is the Rapscallion, Mickey Moretti!
If you're wondering who is able to out-weird Danhausen, you may have your answer.
So who wore it better?
I think we have our answer. Mick Moretti, Danhausen. Things are about to get odd.
Now Mick Moretti has been accused of being a bit of a goofball, but underneath that jovial nature is a serious technical wrestler.
That's exactly right. We've seen Mick Moretti here before in World Series Wrestling. dangerous competitor, technical masterclass of a wrestler.
They haven't even done anything yet.
They have not even started the match. A preemptive, awesome rating from our Sydney audience here at the Evan Theatre. We're in the feeling out process as much as these two are able to try and gain it. What the hell?
It's like a 1950s movie. Oh, Mick thought he was getting cursed there. Oh,
I think he is.
Oh no! Oh no!
Mick! Mick, be careful! We saw what happened last night.
Seems to have no effect. What?
Oh. You got it.
No effect. You can't curse the weird.
Rapscallion.
He's immune.
He's immune to the curse.
Quick, someone draw a blood sample. We need to put this in a mass production.
I haven't actually had a chance to have a conversation with Matt Hayter from last night, who unfortunately lost a member of his own person during the cursing of Danhausen. Mick Moretti and Danhausen having a lovely little conversation.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God!
What kind of move do you call that?
Moretti tasting Danhausen. You have to wonder what Danhausen tastes like.
Cheese.
No.
No! Get
Stop
it out of your mouth, Mick!
You don't know where he's been!
I do. I've been here for the past 3 nights.
Mick Moretti going for a finger now. Another finger. What is he doing? Oh my God! Biting the man! Or licking the man. Doing anything.
What is with inserting things into various holes this evening? I don't understand.
Mick Moretti, and now we may be getting a slight amount of wrestling. The licking has concluded. The wrestling can begin. No, wait, stop it. Okay, good. I really thought he was about to lick Moretti on the head. No!
Oh, no! Stop it! No!
Oh!
That's the second wet willy of this evening.
How have we had double willies here tonight?
Because Matt Hayter lost his last night. They brought it along. I found it, Hayter. It's in this match.
Danhausen managing to come through with a crossbody for a quick pinfall.
No! Put them away. I do not want to see this again.
The teeth has come out.
Barely kept my dinner down both times. 3 times.
Ready here. Oh my God.
Well, how do you defend against that?
Danhausen is disturbed. You've actually found a way to scare the man.
I don't think he's scared. He just doesn't know what's going on. And for someone like Danhausen not to know what's going on, that's saying something. Well, he's got him.
Coming through that headstand, head scissors.
It's a headstand, Danhausen.
Mick Moretti, as you call, has faced off against the likes of Josh Alexander, faced off against the likes of Speedball Mike Bailey here at World Series Wrestling. We know the kind of competitor he is. We know how dangerous and technical a man he can be. Nose grabbing aside.
Give that back. That is not fair. That is not cool.
Give him his nose back!
I don't know. Something smells a bit fishy here. Oh, there you got it back.
I'd be completely honest here, Ben. I have no idea how to call this match. Oh my God, the floating senton over. Again, we came here tonight. I looked at the sheet of paper. It tells me Mick Moretti, the rapscallion, is going one-on-one with Danhausen, and I simply don't know what to expect. Going forward for the hip toss.
We had dancing in the streets. We've had wet willies. We've had eaten fingers and stolen noses.
We're getting closer and closer towards the ropes here. Hold on! No! Careful, this audience needs to have a little bit of self-preservation and get out of the way. Sidney audience is in trouble here. Moretti trying to fling Danhausen. No care in the world for paying members of the Sidney audience.
Teetering ever so close.
Moretti's in danger. The audience is in danger. Danhausen now going for the money shot. Watch out! Moretti manages to hold on. Oh no!
Another curse!
It was a temporary immunity. Danhausen vindicated. And he comes back through. Moretti, the quickest comeback from a curse. See Danhausen just trying to bring himself into the corner to stay away from his opponent. Fortunately, now that places him in even a more precarious predicament.
I think you're giving Danhausen way too much credit here, Sean.
Wait, what? Oh. What the hell is Mick Moretti doing? Oh my God! Boxing him! It's upside down shadow boxing!
What is going on? What is happening?
I can say with 100% certainty, I've never seen an upside down boxing match. Moretti. Now, look, I hesitate to use the word control, but Moretti does seem to be in control.
It's almost like Danhausen has finally met his match in Mick Moretti.
Oh! Super kick to the face. Danhausen has to be seeing stars here.
Oh! Very close there, Mick. He knew it too.
Again, I always thought Moretti's gear, his choice of clothing, was a little bit on the odd side. I still can't get over the fact that there are molars on Danhausen's tights. Moretti coming through. Danhausen having a scattered. Launching him through with a Northern Lights suplex once more. Danhausen in the corner, sizing up Moretti. Has him lined up, coming through. Huge clothesline. Gonna pick up some steam now. Third time's the charm. All right, he's got more in the tank. Number 4.
Bulldog.
The Rapscallion.
Oh, where's he going?
In an amount of trouble. Danhausen gone. There are teeth all along his belt line as well. There's a new thing I'm discovering.
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing, Sean.
I don't know if I am. Oh no! Mick Moretti with a simple but effective boot to the temple of Danhausen. Oh! Coming through, German!
Quick release German, smashing Mick right on the back of the head as he makes impact with the canvas. Those teeth! He's got the teeth!
Unfortunately, for too many nights in the row, that lid has been unscrewed, and I think Moretti is about to taste more of Danhausen and many other people. No, wait a minute!
Thank goodness!
So close! Oh! Moretti caving Danhausen's head. Straight no! Danhausen kicking out!
That was too close to call.
Moretti here, looking for that fisherman suplex, the fisherman buster. Danhausen coming up forward.
Caught the GTS into a fisherman.
Oh, already caught it. Danhausen. 2. Oh, how in the world? Danhausen kicking out of the fisherman buster. Danhausen almost hitting the very nice, very Neville. However, Moretti is not going to take it lying down. Oh! Impactful German. Wait a minute. Coming up for the Dragon. Danhausen realizing he's in a load of trouble there. Back elbows to fight out. Again, both men just absolutely spent here. Danhausen not even able to run against the ropes. However, coming forward, another quick release German suplex. Moretti, watch out! The molars are in Moretti!
God! Oh, every time!
Oh my God! Very nice, very Neville. Moretti is out cold, and Danhausen will come away with the victory. Danhausen has won!
Here is your winner, Love That Danhausen!
That is no. Now once again we are faced, somebody is faced with the unenviable task of cleaning all this up. One of these more strange calls that I've had the pleasure, question mark, of calling Danhausen versus Mick Moretti in an absolutely bizarre affair.
And that's the last we'll see of Danhausen this tour. We can go back to our normal lives. Regular programming can resume. And the teeth of children everywhere are safe.
Danhausen coming out. We knew it was going to be odd. We knew it was going to be strange. As soon as Mick Moretti made his presence felt, happening to ignore the curse. He couldn't ignore a wet willy. Both competitors utilizing everything at their disposal, including the audience, upside down boxing. At this point, anything was possible. Once the teeth were introduced, it was almost elementary. Oh my good God! Danhausen coming away with a victory to conclude his time here on the Legacy Tour. Happy 20 years, I guess. And there you see. Not all heroes wear capes. Some sweep teeth out of a wrestling ring.
Name one hero who swept teeth, Sean.
I don't know their name, but they're in the ring now. Of course, it is now time for the main event here.
The only hero I care about is the one who's going to recapture both his rightful titles.
The following is your main events of the evening. It will be for the Internet Championship and the World Series Wrestling World Championship. And it is a Sydney street fight.
And here he is, the man who in Adelaide last year lost the World Series Wrestling Championship without being pinned. Not because he was in a three-way, not because it was a multi-person competition, but because his surrogate wrestler wasn't able to get the job done against Nic Nemeth. And I want to know, Sean, do you think Nic Nemeth feels like a real champion? He didn't pin Matt Cardona to win that belt. Do you think, honestly, deep down, he believes that he is the rightful heir to that title?
Nic Nemeth has carried himself like a champion all throughout this tour. He does firmly believe he is one. The problem that I have with Nic Nemeth is he has now put himself into a very unenviable position. I do not understand why people keep challenging Matt Cardona under no disqualification rules. This firmly favors the complete Matt Cardona.
Let's not forget the Parea are firmly in his pocket. The tallest bitch in indie wrestling, Lena Kross, is always at Matt Cardona's side. He has an arsenal ready to unleash against the World Series Wrestling and Internet Champion in the attempt to win back his titles.
Matt Cardona, with one exception, has had an iron grip
And
on the
his
Internet
opponent.
Championship for the better part of 4 years. Now Nic Nemeth is only the third individual to hold that title. Nic Nemeth has had a huge tour here tonight, has managed to hold on to his World Series Wrestling Heavyweight title. The question is, can he do it one more time here tonight?
It just looks wrong, Sean. Seeing that belt around the waist of Nic Nemeth. I mean, seeing him with both belts seems wrong, but there's something sacrilegious about him having the Internet Championship as well as the World Series Wrestling Championship.
For both men, this is firmly about legacy. For Matt Cardona, the Internet Championship is Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona is the Internet Champion. For Nic Nemeth, he has spent 20 years proving to himself, proving to the world that he is the show stealer, that he is a forever champion. For both these men, this is the pinnacle of those ideals.
It almost feels like Nic Nemeth has stolen Cardona's girl. That's the feeling I'm getting.
I think it is comparable. It is basically the exact same thing. Matt Cardona staring a hole through the current champion.
Look at the focus on his face, though. Have you ever seen Cardona so dialed in, so determined?
Introducing first, the challenger. From Long Island, New York, weighing in tonight at 230 pounds, the complete Matt Cardona!
He's complete. And when he wins those belts, we'll see his final form.
And the champion, from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in tonight at 206 pounds, he is the reigning, defending Internet Champion and the World Series Wrestling World Champion, the Wanted Man, Nic Nemeth!
Nic Nemeth currently calls himself a double champion. I have to call a spade a spade. Nemeth was goaded into putting the Internet Championship on the line. We knew that Matt Cardona had secured his place at the end of a tour for the WSW World Heavyweight Championship. There was no reason that Nic Nemeth had to place the Internet title up for grabs as well. Cardona knows how to get what he wants, plain and simple. Cardona has put Nic Nemeth in a must-win situation, and I honestly don't know if he's going to be able to. You see Lena Kross on the outside. She has been the difference maker here on this tour for Matt Cardona.
I'd say she's been the difference maker on this tour. Everything she's involved with, is just amazing. Big things ahead for Lena Kross. I'm a big fan.
Lena Kross, former WSW Women's Champion. We saw her earlier in the night in tag team action. Of course, now this is the final match here for World Series Wrestling's 20 years, our 20th anniversary here on the Legacy Tour here at Sydney. It is Matt Cardona, Nic Nemeth. Let's get it on. This is the match. Oh my God! Wait a minute! Hold on! No! Wow! Wow! Nic Nemeth almost is securing both titles within a minute.
Of course, the rules of the Sydney Street Fight are there are no rules. Anything goes.
That's it. This can go absolutely anywhere.
Oh, thumbs to the eyes.
Oh my God. They aren't locked in.
You can't beat someone if you can't see them.
And now,
What the hell is wrong with this crowd? Why are we chanting for Bunnings Warehouse?
Nic Nemeth here, what was that? Oh my God, the sign!
Don't break the wet floor sign. That's an OHS matter.
I was gonna say everyone needs to be careful heading over to that area now. Finding it hard to even follow the action here. I can see fists flying.
I hear lots of ouch, that's what I hear.
Matt Cardona gathering the upper hand, and this is exactly what I've been talking about. This sort of rule set, the lack of rules, firmly favors the indie god.
You and I see beautiful symbolism. I see Matt Cardona going into the darkness at a disadvantage and emerging, arms raised into the light. And that's your spoiler for this match, Sean.
And we see here, we're almost heading towards the exit. This could very much spill into the streets of Sydney if we're not careful. Now we're heading somewhere up in the Evan Theatre. Yeah, again, you can see our referee. We're now going into the sea of fans here in Sydney.
Oh, sea of fans. I think we say something else.
Nic Nemeth firmly on top of Matt Cardona, just dragging him around this theatre. Hold on, wait a minute! Trying to take out the trash, I believe. Nic Nemeth is now blinded! Oh my God! Thumbs firmly in the eye. Now tails old as time here, Cardona back on the offense.
I get the feeling we've been here before.
Cardona, oh my God! Matt Cardona smashing a glass. Nic Nemeth is down and out somewhere on the floor of that theatre. Wait a minute!
With a glass of his own.
Coming back! I was going to say, where's the wet floor slide? This is pure chaos here in the Evan Theatre. And again, Nemeth dragging, willing Cardona all the way around this venue.
Not the lightsaber! I can't believe I just said that.
Oh no! Really?
Shocking.
You have to hope he just got one of the expensive ones.
Nic Nemeth using all his force to take the breath away from Matt Cardona.
Exactly, and you know, we know for tonight, this is all about the WSW World Heavyweight title and the Internet Championship. All the men are going to give their all.
Raking the eyes, once again trying to prevent Cardona. Oh, what do we got here? Oh no.
Oh! Both men have tried to impede the vision of each other, both going to rake the eyes. Such a visceral offense from both men. Now the champion, remembering this is street fight rules, anything goes. Whatever is under there is fair game.
I don't know, Sean. I think I saw something that we saw in Adelaide. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but there's something quite adorable under that ring. If you saw our show last night, you know what I'm talking about.
You can hear the crowd here asking, well, making a request. And now, Nic Nemeth basically asking, is Pepsi okay? We don't have tables, but we have doors. And here we go. The difference maker. Lena Kross distracting just enough for Cardona to take control.
Matt Cardona adorning his feet squarely into the face of Nic Nemeth. And now where he's going.
Matt Cardona found his way. Wait, he's gone to grab the lightsaber. Ideas in mind. Trying to find our competitors. Here we go.
Bit of revenge.
Oh no!
For Matt Cardona. Sorry, Nic Nemeth, but Sith happens. Should I keep going?
Please, by all means, if it makes you happy. Cardona doing whatever it takes to keep on the offense. He knows that you either do or you do not. There is no try.
Oh, go away.
Matt Cardona once again taking control, and Nic Nemeth is in trouble. Remember, we have 2 titles up for grabs here tonight, and the steel chair completely legal.
Oh! Knocking him off his feet with that impact.
And this is where Nic Nemeth has to be reminded that he accepted this match. Matt Cardona.
What's one of Matt Cardona's nicknames? Go through a couple.
He's the indie god. He is the complete. He is the death match
That's
king.
it. That's the one I was looking for. It seems like Nic Nemeth forgot that.
We are choking, of course. Completely illegal in this sort of match here. It's a street fight. This cannot be stopped. This cannot be halted. This match goes until somebody is pinned or they give up. And now, a flurry of offense from the wanted man. Oh, no!
Reversal by Cardona. There it is. Kick out by Nemeth, and Cardona starting to show that frustration now.
That is the heart that Nemeth is showing in this current moment. The will to survive. The need to succeed.
Cardona spotted something. The door.
Now, Cardona looking to utilize the door here.
No, he's not. Matt Cardona is not a...
Hold on! Danger zone! Stealing from the playbook of the indie god. Almost coming away with a victory. Matt Cardona taking his eye off the prize, jaw-jacking with the fans, and suffer the consequences almost. Matt Cardona here, willing himself back to his feet.
What's Lena got there? I swear out the corner of my eye I saw Lena Kross with something in her hand.
I would not put it. Hold on. Nic Nemeth out of nowhere, flying across our screen.
Nemeth with a chair. This can't end well for the king of the death match.
Oh no, careful! You mentioned Lena Kross. I was going to say I would not put it past her again. It's what we talked about, Matt Cardona having a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. When one fails, move on to the next one. Nic Nemeth employing his plan D.
He needs that.
Oh no! Kick out! Cardona! Through sheer agony, gets the shoulder up. Nic Nemeth now tuning up the band. Cardona has to feel it, hasn't scouted. Oh, shakes it! Coming through with the danger zone! And I misspoke earlier, Nic Nemeth using the radio silence. Cardona using the danger zone.
There's just such a flurry of action here. It's hard to make accurate calls with such a high impact match.
Sometimes you simply do have to think outside the box. When your opponent thinks you're going to zig, you're going to zag.
And now we're tuning up the band.
Cardona. Oh! I was going to say, has Cardona hit a super kick this entire tour? Looking to outplay Nic Nemeth in that moment. And I'm wondering whether that's a game the Indigod wants to play. And now Nic Nemeth.
He's seen that door. He's got a smile on his face, which tells me he's got something sadistic planned for the former internet champion.
2 titles on the line. It has been 4 nights here on the tour. Both men have to be positively exhausted at this point. Keeping in mind, over the last 3 nights, they've been in hellacious matches.
Oh!
I think you're right.
I knew it. I knew it.
That had to come from Lena Kross.
Nic Nemeth bouncing off that reinforced door.
My God.
Not another one.
Oh! The
That's
door
2. That's 2.
refuses to go down. But she simply refuses to accept. Oh my God!
3rd time.
Lena Kross would not be denied, and Cardona is champion. Ah! Nemeth wants it too badly. He wants it too much. He took 3 spears from Lena Kross.
Not only that, 3 spears from Lena Kross onto that unforgiving door. It wasn't until the 3rd impact that it finally broke.
And now, here is plan C.
The championship back where it should be. About to come home for good.
And Cardona sizing up Nemeth. Wait a minute! Having a scouted. No! No! And again, the danger zone. And again, Nemeth having the match won. Nic Nemeth finally realizing the referee is down, and I think Lena Kross realizes it too.
Lena now with the championship title.
Hold on. Turn around, Nick. Turn around. Oh! The Internet Championship. There's the world title. Radio silence.
Wait, what?
What's he calling?
He's calling for someone. Another ref.
Kick out, Nick.
2, 3. Oh! How?
We now have a second ref to keep order, but the time that took was just enough for Nemeth. Oh my God! What the hell?
Matt Cardona taking his anger out on our referee.
Completely uncalled for. Matt Cardona assaulting the referee. She is out.
That is going to cost him. That is going to cost him big money, Sean. I think the fine for putting your hands on a referee like that is excess of $1,000 to $2,000.
Matt Cardona, responsible for the eradication of 2 referees here, and now heading under the ring for more violence. What the hell is he doing now?
No, not another one.
Another door being brought into the ring here. Fortunately, my problem is we're running out of officials at this stage. Removing at least partial carnage from the ring to make way for the second door here. Cardona is a man incensed. He will do absolutely anything to ensure victory. You can see one of the 2 titles laying there on the ground discarded. Nemeth is out. Nemeth is down. The champion has been rocked.
This could be it. This could be the end of Nemeth. No! Cardona stopping.
Cardona putting the brakes on. Now! This time with extra oomph. Wait a minute, Ben, one of the refs coming forward. There's a 2 count, 2 titles. No. Wait a minute. Gabriel, son of a bitch.
Where did he come from?
Gabriel Eros on the Parea. And now there's Eli Theseus, where there's one, there's the other. Nemeth is taking everyone. All comers, it's 4-on-1. The champ is livid. No! Overwhelming odds. Matt Cardona, come on. Not this way. The Parea, Lena Kross, Mac, no, come on! 2, God damn it!
Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Matt Cardona has recaptured the Internet Championship!
And new Internet Champion and new World Series Wrestling World Champion, the complete Matt Cardona!
Finally, balance has been restored to World Series Wrestling on this, the final night of the Legacy Tour. 20 years of World Series Wrestling, and I don't think I've ever seen a moment quite like this. Look at those behemoths in the ring. Look at those champions back on top of the mountain.
I hope Matt Cardona is proud of himself. He put his hands on an official. He utilized every part of his playbook. We have the Parea, Lena Kross. It was tantamount to a 4-on-1 mugging. And what the hell are you doing? The match is over.
Matt Cardona is not done yet.
Hold on. We have some reinforcements here. The Bollywood boys in Ash by Elegance clambering into the ring. Matt Cardona's plan falling into ruin here. And now once again it's 4-on-1, but the tables have surely turned.
Matt Cardona doesn't have an avenue for escape. Oh!
Yes! You reap what you sow. Now the Bollywood boys, home, curve, Sierra, heart attack!
Now where's Nemeth going? No! No! The match is over, Nemeth! Put it back!
Matt Cardona was absolutely sure he wanted to end things in a violent scuffle, in an absolute mugging. Well, now he's getting exactly what he wants. The wanted man may have lost his title, but he is going to get his pound of flesh. Matt Cardona about to come up and overthrow! Crash and burn! The champion is down! Unfortunately, Nic Nemeth does not come away with the title, but he comes away with at least a sliver of revenge.
I tell you what, Sean, I was literally about to say the same thing. That's what happens when you work with someone for the past 4 nights, and what an amazing 4 nights it has been here for World Series Wrestling. Sean, what are your thoughts on this epic conclusion to such a wonderful tour celebrating 20 years of this fantastic wrestling company?
This epitomizes what World Series Wrestling is all about. We're here for celebrations right now, but we have had titles changing hands. Every single aspect of this arena has been explored. We've had trash cans, doors, steel chairs, title changes, Bhangra celebrations,
and lightsabers.
And now the Bollywood boys, Nic Nemeth, and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance, celebrating with style.
And now the others are out to join the party.
Kross, Dhesi, Sidney, Akeem, Santana, Garrett, Shigehiro, Irie, Matt Riddle. Everyone's here. This has been an incredible 4 nights here at World Series Wrestling. This is 20 years of excellence. We finish off the Legacy Tour here in style.
And look who it is, the man who's responsible for it all.
Adrian Monera joining the celebrations. That's, oh my God.
A multiple celebration here.
I want to show you all exactly how this came to pass, but first, before we do that, we want to thank you all for being here tonight over on Triller TV. It has been an absolutely huge 4 nights of wrestling, of celebrations, of championship gold.
And now fans are coming into the ring as well. Truly is a special night to cap off a special tour.
Of course, we couldn't do it without all of you at home, with everyone in the audience. This is why we keep coming back year after year, city after city. Here at World Series Wrestling, we take the local, we take the international, we mix it all together, and we give you the best wrestling that this country has to offer.
But be sure to check out all the World Series Wrestling socials. Be sure to check out the website for your up-to-date information on when World Series Wrestling will be gracing your city once again. And you too can celebrate like the fans here this evening.
Shit, DJ, you got the one more in you? Not if you want to make last call. Sidney, how'd you feel tonight? There's an entire roster back there, and half of them are out here right now, that gave every damn thing they had for each one of you tonight. Because of you, each and every one of us get to live our dream every damn day. There's no fans, we got no show, and we don't get to do this for you. bullshit, Sidney. You rocked the fucking house tonight. TNA is great, but what about WSW? Let's end this the right way. WSW.
We're going to take a look back at the match that was as we finish our celebrations. Matt Cardona coming in serious, ready to regain his 2 titles. You see there the Internet Championship and the World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight title on the line. Ben, we went everywhere. We saw everything.
We saw a new side of Matt Cardona. We saw a side of Nic Nemeth we've not seen in a while. But in the end, it was the brutality and the resourcefulness and the assistant help of Matt Cardona that enabled him to get the upper hand. It enabled him to punish Nic Nemeth, and it enabled him to finally recapture those titles.
It was the Matt Cardona special. It was a playbook as old as time. Matt Cardona getting rid of every obstacle and bringing in every single advantage to Parea, Lena, Kross to get exactly what he wanted. Matt Cardona once again calls himself World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. And then, before he could do any more damage, we cleaned house. Matt Cardona getting his shit commandment and being shown the door on the way out at the end of this tour.
Absolutely unbelievable 4-night tour. Not only tonight, but the entire 4 nights of the World Series Wrestling 20th Anniversary Legacy Tour has just been absolutely breathtaking. Sean, wouldn't you agree?
That is how we're going to end things on a high note. We have seen titles change hands. We have seen legacies forged. And best you believe, this is not the end for World Series Wrestling. We would love to have you back in our houses. We would love to come into your house. And we will see you really soon down the line. So stay tuned on all things World Series Wrestling. Until that time, I've been Sean Thomas alongside Ben Rosenthal. And from all of us here at World Series Wrestling, have a wonderful night.